Hello everyone, this is Warmac9 doing Guild Wars 2 jump puzzles. Today I'm going to be showing you Weylandt's Revenge in Lion's Arch. Weylandt's Revenge is in the southeast, accessed via the windmill. What you want to do is get up onto the deck of the windmill and then use the bales of hay to hop over the fence and get onto the roof. Fall down into the area behind the roof, pass through the bush in the wall which conceals a hole, and then proceed to use the slope behind there to just climb the mountain. You'll pass through another bush, another hole in the wall, and eventually an area that kind of circles back around itself to arrive upon the vista for Sharkmaw Caverns, as well as the entrance to Weylandt's Revenge jump puzzle. Here you'll also find a bush that you should not go into, as it does contain a hidden hole which will drop you back at the beginning of the area. Here at this particular drop you can die, however I find if you try and aim toward the middle of the water spouts you will not die as frequently. Usually you're supposed to survive the fall every time, however sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. I do want to apologize, the room is going to be incredibly dark in here as it was encoded into an MP4 format and the original video footage wasn't quite this dark. I don't really understand why it got this dark. I'm going to try and upload more videos in WMV format for the future. Now upon reaching the maze here, you can follow this orb of blue lights and he'll eventually lead you the correct path, but we're just going to ignore him for now and head down the right. Take note of the purple torches you see along the walls. Those are basically indications that these are solid walls, and anytime you see a green torch, it's an indication that there is something illusionary around you. So, purple torch, no pass-through wall. Green torch, you can run right through the wall. You'll follow it around, see another green torch, and pass through that wall as well, and then another green torch on your left. Pass through that, you have just beaten the maze. Easy as that. The next portion here has you jumping across a series of stalagmites, passing the river here, and then working your way up to a higher elevation. Now this portion isn't exactly very hard, it's just a little tedious. You don't want to overshoot and you certainly don't want to jump backwards or you will fall into the middle of the cavern and basically start back at ground zero. Upon completing the stalagmites, you enter the first trap tunnel. This particular tunnel has a series of spikes that will pop out of the sides and hit you. You can almost entirely avoid all of them just by running down the mid. The same is true once you hit the end of the wall and make a left. Next you'll encounter a jump, like so, and almost every time he will try and spring a trap on you there and actually knock you down for no real apparent reason. However, if you dodge roll at the end of the jump, you will avoid it. This next hallway, beyond the knockdown trap, in the second pit, is a timed run. If you are hit by any of these traps, they will not only knock you down, but will also apply a stack of bleed per 2 seconds that you're in there. It's best to wait for it to start opening before you run down the path, so wait till it's at your position opening and then run down. Following there, you drop down a small ledge, then jump across a pillar, continuing on along the wall in a counterclockwise fashion to the room until you eventually reach the dark room. Now this room is illuminated initially, so you can see what your individual path has to be. However, once you take your first step onto this first plateau, it blackens. Now what you can do is use a targeting reticule from any of your abilities that have ground-based attacks. Say torches, spells with staves. I'm using button 2 on my short bow as a thief to give me basically this look. It's a little difficult to decipher at first, but once you've done it enough, it becomes second nature. If you have a torch or a illuminating object, you can also do that as well, and you'll get a very, very short-based player illumination. I have the book from Halloween, so I get a nice little glow effect going on around me. Periodically, he will also illuminate the room if you stand still long enough. Upon reaching this portion, you have 3 different color torches, a green, a blue, and a red. You have not actually encountered a red up to this point, but the red is actually the direction you want to take here. Taking either the other 2 will kill you, and taking the red will not. You'll drop down into a little water hole, and ta-da! You are at the end of the dungeon. Well, not dungeon, jump puzzle, with Captain Weylandt and the magnificent chest. Bear in mind, if you want Magic Find to apply to the quality of loot that you're wearing or receiving from the chest, you want to apply that before opening or entering the room with the chest. That's the only real way it seems to deviate the loot. After leaving the room, you can pass out through a brick wall and then come up here to First Mate Shane, who will sell you pirate-themed and pirate-skinned equipment. Some of which looks pretty cool. I like the two-handed hammer. Can't wear it, but yeah, so there you go. That is going to be Weylandt's Revenge here for the Lion's Arch jump puzzles. If you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to see more jump puzzles. I'm currently doing every single jump puzzle in Guild Wars 2. I have most of them recorded already. I just have to commentate over them. This has been Warmac9, and I'll see you next time.